All right, if you're a student in Lebanon aiming for AUB or LAU, listen up. This is your tactical guide to absolutely crushing the information and ideas part of the digital SAT. We're going to break down exactly what you need to do to turn this section into a massive score booster for your application. So why are we focusing so hard on this one area? It's simple, really. This single domain makes up a whopping 26% of your entire reading and writing score. Getting these questions right isn't just a small bump. It's absolutely critical for hitting those top scores that universities like AUB and LAU are looking for. Okay, this slide right here, this is the single biggest mindset shift you need to make. Forget everything your English class taught you about deep analysis and hidden meanings. The SAT is an open book test. Your only job is to be a detective and find the answer that's staring you right in the face, directly in the text. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. So let's break it down. We're going to cover the 2 core strategies that will help you lock in all these points and really turn this critical section into your biggest advantage on test day. First up, let's talk about those questions that throw a chart or some data at you along with the text. Now, I know they can look a little intimidating, and the biggest mistake students make is they only look at the chart or they only look at the text. But once you know the rule, trust me, these become some of the easiest points you can get on the whole test. And here it is. This is the simple, unbreakable rule for every single chart question you'll see. The correct answer has to do 2 things. 1, it has to be factually backed up by the data in the graph. And 2, it has to fit with the story or context from the passage. If an answer choice fails even one of those tests, it's wrong, period. And to make sure that rule works for you every single time, you just follow this 4-step process. First, make sure you actually understand what the question is asking. Second, really look at the graph. What are the labels? What are the trends? Third, just do a quick scan of the text to get the context. And finally, and this is key, ruthlessly use the process of elimination. This really shows you the power of that last step. Your first job isn't to find the right answer. It's to find the obviously wrong answers and get them out of the way. If an answer choice says sales went up, but the graph clearly shows they went down, it's gone, no questions asked. This is your fastest path to the right answer. All right, our second strategy is all about claims and evidence. For these questions, I want you to think of yourself as an evidence hunter. Your mission is to track down the exact line, the specific proof for whatever argument the author is making. You can really think of this as a matching game. You're not here to interpret or give your opinion. Your one and only task is to find the sentence in the text that directly proves the claim you're looking at. It's all about making that precise connection. And this slide shows you exactly what that connection looks like. On the left, you've got the claim, the idea that paying attention to something makes you notice it more. And on the right, the direct proof from the text. We never notice them until we have a reason to. See that? It's a direct one-to-one link. That's what you're hunting for. You need to get this question stuck in your head. As you're looking at the answer choices for every single one, you should be asking yourself, okay, but where is the proof? You have to be able to point to a specific line in the text and say, there, that's why this is right. If you can't do that, you haven't found the answer yet. Hey, the digital SAT gives you tools, so you better use them. As you're reading, use that highlight function. Mark any sentence that feels like a big statement or a key piece of evidence. This saves you so much time later, and more importantly, it stops you from getting fooled by those tempting wrong answers that sound good but have zero support in the text. Okay, let's zoom out for a minute. Because mastering these question types isn't just about the individual points you get. It's actually a meta strategy that affects your entire performance, especially with how the adaptive digital SAT works. And this is the real strategic advantage. Being fast and efficient on these questions saves you the 2 most important things you have on test day: time and mental energy. By banking these points quickly, you're going to be fresh and have a lot more time to deal with the harder adaptive questions that are waiting for you in Module 2. Just look at this trade-off. Every single minute you save on a straightforward evidence question is another minute you can invest in a really tough logic question later on. You are literally buying yourself time to tackle the problems that are going to push your score into that top bracket for AUB and LAU. So to wrap it all up, here are the 4 big strategies we've covered. First, you've got to adopt that open book mindset. Second, for charts, always verify with both the data and the text. Third, become an evidence hunter for every single claim. And finally, use your speed on this section to dominate the harder second module. Look, this isn't just about answering a few more questions correctly. This is about building a repeatable, reliable system for success. When you master these concepts, you're not just preparing for a test. You're building a winning strategy that will make your application to AUB or LAU truly shine.